It's Maine Fiber Frolic Day. It's day one, and we are making our way into the Frolic to frolic in fiber. What are you looking for today, Julie?
Nothing in particular, just gonna enjoy it all.
Yeah, I've got a few things in mind. No fiber and no yarn. I'm looking for soap, and there's an Apothecary that has some bug spray and pain relief stuff that I'm looking for. And I want to find Casey and find some Maine Speak stitch markers.
There we go.
That's what I'm looking for, so let's go.
Yes.
I really hope they have coffee.
That's good.
Yeah?
That's really good.
Take a big old honk off of it. Oh, don't you wish you were here? We wish you were here too. How cute are they? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. That face. That little face. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I know. So pretty. Even that one looks like it's got some small spotlight. What a gorgeous face. So when you get the fiber, do you brush or is he a shave?
This is what we use, a Furminator.
Okay.
And he'll see if he'll let me do some. Just go up and... Oh boy! He says Mama's been doing that to me all day.
I'm done. Oh, you lost your horn jewelry. Oops. You lost your horn jewelry, bud. Oh my goodness, you are so soft. I know. He's so cute. Oh, that one's pretty with the.
Oh look how
colors.
close to Mama we're gonna stick. We are gonna. Oh, hungry. Wow.
They're very aggressive.
I guess they are. Give me food, Mom. Give me food. Sure, Mama.
All right, that was so much fun. Oh my gosh, we had a blast. Day 1 of the Fiber Frolic is done.
In the books.
In the books. The first Fiber Frolic since 19. Since 2000. Is it 18 or 19?
19, I think. We didn't go last year. We didn't go the year before. So that would be 19.
Okay, 2019. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was a heck of a lot of fun. We did most of our shopping today.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to try to take in some of the demonstrations. Hopefully meet up with Lynn, who left a comment on our last video, and our mom and our little sister are potentially going to go tomorrow. So yeah, should be a big day. We had a big day today. We bought all the things, saw all the things. I'm quite proud of myself.
Yeah.
I think I did very well in resisting the urge to buy everything I touched.
Yep. Yep. Me too.
I had a list, and we went building by building and nearly stuck with the list.
And we endured the weather.
Yep.
It was
chilly.
overcast. It was chilly and windy. Windy at times. It wasn't all, gale force winds or anything, but when the wind blew, it was chilly.
Yeah.
I was very thankful for a sweater.
Yeah, we sat for a bit before lunch and knit under. They have some picnic tables under like a covered
Canopy
ring kind of thing, and I was really cold in there. And then we went out and got some got some lunch, and we sat on the picnic tables that are out on the lawn area. And that was a lot more comfortable, temperature-wise. Sun
peeked out a little bit.
Yep, came out a couple of times. Met some nice ladies, and we got to talk some knitting patterns. So I didn't get their names, but there's one lady who was wearing a Haidofude.
Yeah.
And that's a pattern that I've always wanted to knit, and I just need to do it.
Yeah. And her and another lady there have knit 2 of them.
Yes, yes. And one of the ladies said her second one was knit in black.
Yes.
God bless her.
Yeah,
black
really.
yarn is really hard.
And a lace pattern.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. So we did have a lot of fun. I forget the order of what we purchased, so I'm just going to kind of go with it. We'll go one for one.
Sure.
Julie got to knit in the car. I drove this time, and we made it there and back again.
Yes.
So yeah, we actually, I have all my cards and things here. So we will talk about a couple of different places we went. So the first one, oh my goodness.
Actually, our first stop.
Oh yes, our first stop was the table just inside of the event. And they had these cute little bags. Not like the bags from the year that we were there, but they were a little bit more affordably priced, I think.
Yes.
And they're great canvas. I think I'm going to try to dye mine.
There you go.
I'm not sure, but I might.
Yeah.
That's why I went with the neutral one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the pink was pretty.
The pink is all Julie. I do like to support them and buy their bags or a t-shirt or something every time, so.
And it was their 20th anniversary this year.
Yes,
the Fiber Frolic.
I was surprised they didn't have the 20th anniversary on the bag.
They
had on the
t-shirts,
but not the bag.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we'll just go right to the star of the event.
So far, this is the star.
I'm telling you guys, I looked them up. I looked at all the vendors, and this was one I definitely wanted to go take a look at. It was Sunshine Apothecary. Deborah Sue Glenn is the owner and alchemist. So here is her information. There. Oops, sorry. There's her information. And there was a couple of things I wanted to get from her. She didn't have everything there in stock, but she had the gem of the event, this Prim Cream, which is pain relief in minutes. And I got just the tiniest little jar of it because I wanted to try it out. You know, I have issues with pain in my shoulders. I've been to physical therapy for, and I've had sciatica and, you know, knee problems. You name it, I got it. Julie.
Fibromyalgia, plantar fasciitis, shoulder.
Old ladyitis. We both suffer from old ladyitis. So there's just random pain points that it depends on the day and how the wind blows me over, right? And so I thought I'd try this stuff. And here it is. Oops. So I got her littlest, tiniest jar, and I need a swimming pool full of this stuff. We got in the car, and I had just a little knot from carrying all the bags and everything. I had just the littlest knot. And you get the knot right at the base of your, at the top of your spine. It's kind of on that trapezoidal muscle. And you were opening yours to smell it because we hadn't smelled it yet. Yep. And I took a little bit and put it on there, and instant relief. I was shocked.
Yep.
And then I always have a hard time with this shoulder. So we put some on that. Instant relief. I mean, I can't remember the last time I could do that with my shoulder.
And I said, all right, I don't believe you. Placebo.
Yeah.
So I put it on my shoulder. I can roll my shoulder. I can bring my shoulder up to my ear. Well, up to my ear. Not my ear to my shoulder, but my shoulder to my ear. I can't normally do that. I can't normally do that without major pain. I still have a little pain going back here, but I would not, I'd be screaming.
Yeah. Well, I think, you still have, because when you have an inflammation in a muscle, over a long period of time, that muscle, you don't exercise it, you don't move it as far, and it doesn't get the stretch, and it doesn't get the workout. So I think you're still going to have some of that resistance of movement because you need to strengthen that muscle again. But when there's inflammation around the muscle, it's hard to make that movement
because of the pain.
That the inflammation causes. And this I won't say cures,
right.
This assists with the inflammation part of it.
Yep.
And I'm just absolutely flabbergasted with how well this stuff works. So
I can say because my feet, after being walking around all day today and everything, I got here, I'm like, give me my jar. I'm putting this on my feet. And I did have instant relief in my feet, but it's not for what I'm experiencing, it's not terribly long lasting. I can kind of feel the pain coming back, and it's only been maybe 15 minutes, maybe something like that. I can feel maybe it's starting to come back, but that instant relief is just, it's so good.
So I am absolutely, totally impressed with this product.
And it's all natural.
All natural, yeah. The website is sunshineapothecary.com, and highly recommend. I will be going back tomorrow and getting one of her huge jars of this, and I can't wait to try it on my husband's knees because his knees are crap.
If this will give me relief at night when I get ready to go to bed, so that I can get to sleep without pain,
or first thing in the morning when I'm super stiff.
Yep, it'll be worth it for that.
Yep. Yeah, I'm totally impressed. So that was my first claim to fame. What's your first share, Julie? What would you like to share?
Well, we both got that.
Yep.
What was I was trying to think what the next one was. Well, the next one go ahead, because you went to Port Fiber next.
Oh, yes. Well, that wasn't really the first stop. That was the most
the biggest
impressive. So, so Port Fiber, I went to Port Fiber, and I was hoping to find the Maine Speak stitch markers. And she didn't have them there at the festival, so I will have to order them online because
She said she might bring them tomorrow.
she
right?
might bring them tomorrow. Yeah. So I'll have to bring a little cash tomorrow because if she has them, I will buy them. They're stitch markers that have Maine sayings like "aunt" and "ain't that cunning."
Can't get that from here.
Yeah, all the main things. So hopefully she'll have those tomorrow, and if she does, I'll definitely be grabbing some. But I instead got fiber, which I said I wasn't gonna do at a fiber festival, but how can you resist? So she had these braids that are Shetland silk and South down, and oh my goodness, they are so pretty.
I thought Southdown was a toothier wool, but that is so soft.
Yeah, that is it. It is so pretty. I love the colors, and it smells so
Dylan's gonna love
sheepy.
this.
Oh my gosh,
Dylan
will love this. But it's so, I love like the stripy.
That natural colors, but blended.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to spin it. There's a little over 4 ounces in each one, 4.2 and 4.6. And they're just absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait to spin them in, I don't know, like 2 years when I get through my stash.
I'd be surprised if that's one of the end spins.
No, it's going to be like very soon. It might last as long as Tour de Fleece.
Yeah.
But I will probably do it Tour de Fleece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that was my next one. And then
the next one caught my eye. They were very unique, and we didn't get one, but they're very cool. They are an investment, so I was not prepared to get one.
Yeah.
But they're very neat. This is, hopefully you can see. Let's see if I can scooch up a little closer.
Yep, that's good right there.
This is a pillow. It's a meditation pillow. And the booth and the company is Padmani.
Over my way just a little bit. There you go. Nope. Other way. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, Padmani. So their website is just padmani.life. Very cool. And they are buckwheat hull filled pillows. The shape is unique for being able to sit like, I call it Indian style.
Yep. Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. But you can use the pillow flat in that lotus shape. That's Padmani, evidently. It's the word for lotus. What was it? An Indian word for lotus?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was the Indian word for lotus. The shape is representative of a lotus. You can have it flat like that and sit on top of it, or you can flip it up on its side, and it helps to posture you, put your sit bone in the right position, and your tailbone, and then your spine lines, everything lines up. So very cool. They're made from like upholstery weight fabrics. She gave us all sorts of information.
She was really informative. Really informative.
Very nice. And these are all made and filled and everything. They're a Maine made product.
Yep. Right in her garage, she said.
Yes. So yeah, if you're going to Fiber Frolic, check out the booth. She even invites you, come sit.
Yeah, she had a couple there. And what I really thought was cool was, if you have a hard time like getting down and sitting on the floor, which there are times I do with the prim, I may not, who knows, but I have a really hard time like getting down on the floor and then getting back up off the floor. I love, once I get down on the floor and I can sit there, I love the way I love the way it feels, but just the act of getting up and down.
Right.
So you can take these pillows and I have fiber in my mouth. You can take these pillows and the way that they're shaped, you can put them together.
They kind of link into each other, and you can
you can stack them. So if you have a hard time getting down on the floor, if you stack them carefully enough, you can actually make like a higher cushion. Just amazing. Amazing. Like, she was a little tiny girl and she had one of the large pillows and she was able to sit on it crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
And just really, really cool.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a meditation pillow for meditating, and I know buckwheat shells is the way to go. But like she said, most of the round or the square pillows, your buckwheat kind of gets pushed out to the edges, but this really keeps everything kind of packed where it's supposed to be. They're just the shape of it. So it was really cool.
Yeah. So something we're thinking about. Birthday present, please.
I got a birthday in a few days, couple weeks.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking I'm going to drop that hint hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. What next? Let's see. Shall we talk about?
Yeah, sure.
Talk about Woolly and Grunts.
Yeah.
So Woolly and Grunts is yak. Oopsie. There we go. There it is.
Woolly and Grunt's farm, right?
Yeah. Woolly and Grunts, a sheep and yak farm. Really, really cool. They had a yak named Oreo there. He was adorable. You probably saw him in the videos before this. He was so sweet. He was such a sweet. And they don't moo like you'd think, like a cow. They grunt, hence Woolly and Grunts, which I think is very clever. But like we had a nice long conversation with the owner, Loki, and they were in Pittston, Maine, and talked about yaks being a whole use animal. The fiber, their meat, their milk, like everything, their hides, their bone,
their horns,
like everything. And we talked a lot about the meat itself because I was very intrigued about like how the meat tastes, because you know you see sometimes animals are marketed as a whole use animal, but the meat is not, you know, it's not like the supermarket meat beef that we're used to. And he said this is actually, yak is actually really, really good. It's a very lean meat. What was it, 97%?
I think so.
95 to 97% fat free.
Yeah.
So a very lean, protein rich meat. And we all know how lovely yak fiber is. So,
and he said it's I like venison, but not straight up because it's a strong, gamey meat. And yak he said is more mild and sweet. Has almost a sweet to it.
Because I know there's, you know, like the deer meat. I like deer jerky. I like deer in like a stir fry or, you know, a casserole or whatever. But just a deer steak, I find a little gamey. So I was really interested in like, what does a yak steak taste like? Like, can you eat it like a steak and, you know, not really tell the difference? And he said he thinks it's sweeter, better, like. Yeah, so I'm interested to give it a try, and I can't wait to show Michael and see what he thinks. Yeah. Try a little yak on the bobby. Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And they have an Instagram. What was the Instagram for the yak?
Oreo the porch yak.
Oreo the porch yak on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can see the antics of the adorable yak. Oh my gosh.
And the yak was friendly.
Super friendly.
Alpacas are kind of like,
yeah,
I don't need you for anything.
He was friendly. So friendly.
Yeah.
He was so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did not want to be brushed.
No, she had been brushing him all morning, and he was having none of it.
I'm done. I don't want any more brushing.
Yeah, but he was soft. He let you pet him, and he was so soft.
Yeah,
so soft. All right. Well, your turn. What do you got next?
No, let's do some. We're talking feet. We were talking feet,
let's talk some feet.
So, fine alpaca goods and alpaca breeding. Misty Acres Alpaca Farm in Sydney, Maine. And they had quite the booth.
Yeah.
They had adult sweaters, children's sweaters, socks galore. I can't remember. They had fiber there on the back wall. They had the fiber, right?
They did have some fiber and yarn, and then they had rug yarn.
Yes.
Big
rolls.
Big rolls of rug yarn.
Yak. No,
alpaca. Alpaca rug yarn.
Yep.
So soft. Oh my goodness. Seriously, if you made a rug out of that rug yarn, get out, like he said, get out of your bed, put your feet down. You wouldn't want to get out of bed. Just stand there with your feet on the rug. It was really incredible.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they had socks and all of this stuff. You can't make these items for the price that they were selling them for. And I am a fan of shorty socks. So they had these cool shorty socks. And these are 70% baby alpaca, 25% nylon, 5% spandex. They also have aloe vera and jojoba oil. They are so soft. They have like extra arch support.
It's like super squishy right there on the
thicker.
arch. Yeah.
It's like 3 times as thick in this sole area as it is on the instep, and the toes are the same way. They're just, you can see on the tag.
Yeah.
They were $16, which was a buy, and they were marked down to $10. There's no way I could make that pair of socks for $10.
For sure.
Not even with my circular sock
And they have
machine.
Lycra in them, so they're super duper stretchy.
I mean, they're just, but yet that arch support, you've got the instep support there, and this is fairly firm to give you the arch support, but it definitely has the Lycra in there for the stretch.
Beautiful. So, oh my God, they were so nice.
And
they had boot socks there, like
everything.
Crazy good socks.
Yeah,
I liked them. Liked them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Next. Wrinkle in Time. We visited the Wrinkle in Time farm booth, and I visited with, I can never remember her name, but she is one of the owners of Wrinkle in Time, and we visited her on the yarn cruise last year. I can't wait to visit her again. Her yarn is so scrumptious, and I'd seen on her website where she had some natural dyed yarns that she over dyed with indigo, and so I was intrigued by that, and she showed me her skeins. This is a yellow dyed yarn, and then it's over dyed with the indigo, and just the beautiful variations of color in it. It's almost like a self-variegating yarn. It's so pretty.
You'll have brighter patches where the yellow kind of comes through.
Yeah.
And then other areas where it's almost no yellow and almost all blue.
Yeah.
And
like
then it
this
blends with greens. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And so she gave me a really good deal on it, and I appreciated it, and I snagged it. And I don't know what it's going to become, but it's going to be gorgeous. And yeah, I can't wait to see her on the yarn cruise.
Yeah.
So
very, very lovely farm.
Yep. And we were reading on their website that they do retreats, so you can rent a room in their farmhouse, and they have a family style dinner that they give you. You rent it from Friday afternoon to Sunday afternoon, so you can go and spend the whole weekend there.
Yeah. And
just help out with chores on the farm if you want to, or just relax and knit and spin or whatever. Yeah, and that seems very tempting.
Yes, it does.
That might have to go on the birthday list.
Take your meditation pillow.
Yes, and my
Wrinkle Time farm.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So what's next for you, Jules?
What's next? Let's do this one.
Okay, I actually got some things at this place too.
So this was...
Oh, I have her card here.
Oh, okay. I'll let you show the card because the card's in my wallet. This was Mrs. Hartman's Farmhouse Market.
There's her, that's the card, and here's her info. Oh. Oops.
Stop. There you go.
Hilarious.
So it was really cool. You wanted to go there to see about
some soaps and the candles and some tea bags that she had, and she didn't have the soaps or tea bags.
So we got to candle smelling.
We sure
And
did.
every single scent was just,
Yeah.
ooh. It was crazy. People passing by.
Yes.
Thought we were nuts.
We actually pulled a few people in because they were like, what are you smelling?
But Judy picked up one and she smelled it and she said, Fiji. And I went,
Right.
right,
Sure.
okay. I've been to Fiji. She handed me this candle. I closed my eyes
And she
smelled
went
it.
back to Fiji.
It took me back to Fiji. This one is it's called Salt Air. They're woodwick candles. This one is called Salt Air. And I have to tell you, she's got a sticker on here. It says salt, bergamot, and cyclamen. I have to tell you, this candle, this takes me back to Fiji.
in a tin.
It's crazy, but it smells, my gosh, it smells so good. I don't think I'm ever going to burn this candle, just to be honest, because I don't want to use it up. I just want to take the lid off and smell it. Now, someday I probably will burn the candle,
burn
but
it. That's the candle's purpose.
I know it's its purpose, but oh man,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how good it smells. I wish there was such a thing as smell-o-vision.
Yes.
I would have this right in your nose.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
And I got Daily Grind. That's the name of the one that I picked up. And this one is coffee, tobacco leaf, and cedar. And it just smells like a wake-up call.
Yeah.
It's so yummy. And I think I gravitated towards this one because all we wanted up there was a cup of coffee, and not a single food vendor was serving coffee, and it killed us. Killed us. So when
This was compensation.
I was like, oh my gosh, it smells like coffee.
Makes your mouth water.
Yes,
Though. You're like,
yes.
I need a coffee.
It's neat because you, like, right away you get the coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of get that undertone of the tobacco leaf, and then just a very subtle note of the cedar underneath.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a really cool blend of all three fragrances.
And here we're sticking our noses in it. But I mean, I can smell this candle.
Yeah, you just pop the top off of it and the scent goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love her containers. They're like a painted metal.
Yeah.
And they're soy and beeswax candles with the woodwick. So I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's right in Bucksport.
No, right here in
She's
Stockton.
right. Her address is in Bucksport, and that's why I wanted to go see her
Yes.
booth, because how much more local can you get than just the next town over, right? So I really wanted to look her up, and then when we got talking to her, she actually lives in Stockton Springs. Crazy. And then one of the ladies that we drew into the booth by our oohing and awing over the scents, saw a sample jar of this on the, oh my gosh, it smells so good.
Oh, I didn't smell that. That does smell good.
She had a sample jar with little picks that you could, and it felt so soft on the hands. It's lanolin and beeswax, herbal balm, and it is so lovely. It smells so good. She had unscented and scented, and I can't see the ingredients because it's so teeny tiny.
Yeah, I doubt if I can either. But...
She had like a laminated thing that had all the ingredients, but I don't remember what it was.
Everything I'm seeing so far are like botanical names for.
Yeah.
It looks like there's something maybe. Safflower seed oil. Yeah, lots of natural oils. Beeswax. Oh gosh, I can't. Yeah, it's very small. I would need a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, some sort of different seed oils, seed butters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
I love that handy, dry. I have really dry skin.
There really is nothing better than lanolin. When you have really, really dry skin, lanolin goes on, it sinks in, and it stays even through a hand washing or two.
Yep. So I love that. And that was Mrs. Hartman's Farmhouse Market. So, did you get anything else from her?
Nope, just the candle.
Okay. I think I'm done. I'm out.
Really?
I'm out.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I think I've only got one more thing anyway.
Okay.
So, Homespun Girls and Maritime Family Fiber.
Love them.
Couple of my favorites. Maritime Family Fiber carries Briggs & Little yarns. I absolutely love Briggs & Little yarns. Tuffy, if you need boot socks for guys, especially like I have a son-in-law that's a fisherman, and Tuffy makes the best boot socks. She has it so reasonably priced. But the whole booth today, get this. This is the Heritage, so this is more like the worsted weight. Here's the two colors. I have mauve and Fundy Fog. These are actually going to be some pretty color in the winter socks for myself.
Beautiful. I love that.
$6 a skein.
Unbelievable.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a raw fleece, processed it myself, spun it myself, and made the yarn, I still would have more money in it than that.
Yeah.
It's just such a good buy. And this yarn, when you first get the skeins, it feels a little bit crunchy. I guess
it's toothy. It's very toothy yarn.
But it's not so bad that you couldn't have it against your skin. And once you've made your project and you soak it and you block it, it softens. It really is a nice yarn.
But it's a sturdy yarn.
It is.
It's such a nice sturdy yarn.
Yep. This is, like I say, this is the Heritage, the worsted weight. I did my Spark cardigan out of the Regal, and it was a dream to knit with. And the Spark cardigan gets steeked. I'll tell you what, if you've never steeked and you're scared of steek, go with the Briggs & Little yarn. Or any good toothy yarn. You do not have to be scared of steeking. These good woolly wools, they won't go anywhere. You can steek and not have to worry about it. So yeah, I was so tickled to see their booth there, because all of this Briggs & Little yarn was $6 a skein. I mean,
that's crazy.
Should have taken a wheelbarrow and loaded it up, but I don't need to.
I'm still thinking I need to go back there tomorrow.
Yeah. And she was so sweet. She had little goodie bags. So the little goodie bags had a bag of tea, and a couple of markers, which I thought was adorable. One of them is
stitch markers.
Yeah, this is from one of theirs. It's Maritime Family Fiber. And then the elusive Maine Moose.
The only way you can see them in Maine is on a stitch marker.
Yes, you gotta find them on a stitch marker. So I just thought that was so sweet. Throw in that little kitty bag too.
Yeah.
They're sweethearts. They're both. It's
they were very
kind
sweet.
of a family affair. They've got Mom is Homespun Girls. Whitney does Maritime Family Fiber. They've got another sister that I think has something to do with the fiber. They raise sheep. She's got a sister that her and her husband are lobster fishermen. And it's just hard-working, very sweet family.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, had a good time in their booth for sure. Yeah. And the Homespun Girls yarn, they had some of that there too, and it was so tempting. Oh, yeah. That skein of yours that you saw that was natural and teal and brown. Oh my gosh,
pretty.
So pretty.
Yeah. So she does. I'm not sure what her yarn bases are, from, or I don't think that they spin them themselves, but I'm not 100% sure. But she hand dyes them, and she's really good with her colors.
There's a shawl that I made around Christmas time, at the end of December, that I used her Machias colorway, the Machias Fiber Festival colorway, and gorgeous, so fun to knit with. It was soft and really good stuff.
Yeah.
So that was day 1.
Yes.
And we'll go back tomorrow and give you some more.
Who
fun
knows
things
what
to
we'll
look
get
at.
up to in day
Right?
2.
We looked at some wheels. We avoided the fleece barn, but we're gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Just gonna look tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's, oh my goodness, there's some castle style wheels that I'm in love with. In love with.
It's gonna be hard for her to get out of there without one.
I can't do it. It's not in the cards.
Oh, and just before we left, we stopped at the
yes,
where we were looking at the wheels and things, and the next canopy over
I don't
was
think they had a
demos.
card.
No, she did. I didn't see
I didn't
anything
see a
there.
card.
But basically, like the Spinners Association group or whatever was there doing demos on the great wheels and other wheels, and there was a lady down there that was processing flax. I was intrigued. I had to go see this. So she had what they call a break, which was a big thing that was made specifically for processing, starting of the processing of this flax fiber. So she was talking about the plant, how it's plucked, and showing how you'd have to hand do it, but then she had this break, and she showed how the break would help to break up this outer or chaff of the plant.
And it's basically like a long, like if you picture a long 2x4 with a channel in it, and then another 2x4 here that kind of goes down in that channel.
And it's just
two
break
pieces of
the
wood.
fiber.
And she would put the fiber in, and then she'd shut that break, and then she'd pull the fiber out. So it's basically just like bending and breaking the fiber as she's pulling it out. And I was just like, oh my gosh, you are working hard.
Yeah. And then after that, it's just a beginning process.
Yeah.
Then you have to take it over to what you call those hackles.
Yeah, a heckle.
And you have coarse nails, and you start thwacking it through that and pulling it through that to get more of that chaff off the outside. And you go to finer ones, and it's a process. When you buy linen textiles and you are shocked at the price, there's a reason it costs that much. There's a lot of processing in that.
Yeah, a lot of work, especially hand processing it. I mean,
yeah. So I was just so intrigued by it, and she was doing that little bit that she was processing, and she tied it in a little bow and handed it to me. I went, oh, that's really cool. And she went, you want some more? She sent me home with a whole bundle of flax reeds.
Yeah. And she said, you pluck it out of the ground, and then you soak it so that the outside of the reed kind of it decays a little bit. And then you take the inner, the core part, and then you have to dry that for a long period of time. You have to dry that out before you then start doing the breaking to get the fibers that are inside. And she had those reeds in her garage since 2019, before the pandemic, because she was just learning how to do it, and then the pandemic hit. So she's just had those sitting in her garage. That's like aged flax that she just was like, here you go.
Whole bundle. I mean, that bundle had to be probably that big around.
Yeah.
And she just handed it to me. She's, nope, I don't want to take it home. Take it. I'm like, it's going to be a heck of a project to tackle, but you know, just try. I'm going to try it. I'll play with it here and there, work at it here and there.
And they had some fully processed in a distaff, and it literally, you said flaxen hair maiden, and it was blowing in the wind, and it looked like hair hanging in this distaff. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we'll see. Maybe years down the road, but we'll see what I get up to with it.
we would offer to time lapse video it, but I think even on a time lapse, I don't think there's enough.
I don't think there's enough a device with enough memory at this point in time.
Yeah. Crazy how much work goes into it.
Yeah.
So that is day 1. So we will see you tomorrow for day 2.
Yeah.
Bye. Unfortunately, we have no day 2 for you. On the way to the second day of Fiber Frolic, Julie and I were in a car accident. We were rear-ended at an intersection. and didn't make it to the event. We are fine. Everybody involved was fine, but we decided just to go home after that and call it a weekend. So thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.